just solid team comps for both teams. There's nothing here that I would say is a bit weird, bit jarring.
The one thing missing for me is the Orianna instead of the Cassiopeia here from Team WE. They banded themselves away from their opponents, so they didn't want to see that one against them. However, it now means they've got a Cassiopeia, so it's much more about protecting Mystic. That's where the compositions really come about towards being. The Jarvan might actually just be a distraction, get in the back line, and then whilst he is being dealt with, WE deal with the Kassadin, and that's basically how the games will start to pan out. So we'll have to highlight that one and how it follows through as the game progresses. But so far, I think you're right. The team comps are just pretty as they are.
For the LPL as well, Rusty, like it's one of those things where you could pick an Orianna there, but it's the LPL. So if you've early picked a Cogmore, then you're going to pick a high-pressure mid laner. So it's almost to be expected. However, if we were sat in like an NA or an EU right now, I'd be saying, yeah, you know, why was the Orianna banned and not just picked up? But
and I guess the other big thing that people may not realize is like why I say it's for protecting the Cog. Of course, Cassiopeia can be a hyper carry, can scale up herself, and does have a lot of damage. It's the ultimate usage. If you want to deal with a Cogmore, you then have to get through a Petrifying Gaze, and that's pretty impossible to do both at the same time, unless you're an absolute madman, Faker-esque on his Riven type of play.
Now I just want to watch him Riven. We flirted with the idea when the Shy came in. You brought it up as well when Faker used to play. That's all I want to see now. I'm gonna look it up, see if any Riven's been playing around the world. But that's something for me to do after the games are finished today, because we're about to get into our final set of the day, which is Snake up against WE. And SOFM's on his way to the bottom lane. I'm not sure if he's going for the gank or more maybe for deep vision. We have second buff spawning in about a minute and a half. So
why not both?
Why not both? Yeah, Crystal tossing out the Lantern. Get a bit of damage here onto Ben. Ignite comes down as well. They are really looking to try and find this kill, but I don't think that was necessarily ever going to happen unless SOFM comes in for a second gank now as Ben comes up.
And he can. He absolutely can. The minions are about to crash. It's a big wave with a cannon. If they want to dive, Crystal has flash. He can double flay them.
They're on a timer here, Rusty, because Ben had all his pots remaining, so he's able to get up a little bit more. If this hook lands, this could be disastrous. Teleport coming down from Flandre. Ben comes back, but flashes back towards Mystic.
Ooh.
Equalizer comes down. Extremely well played by Flandre to secure that first kill. Yep, there we go.
Okay, well, that's going to go bottom with Jarvan.
Oh! And SOFM suddenly on point. A lot of flashes happening in a couple seconds, but Crystal finds the kill there onto Ben. What's sure about that? Hook lands onto Ben. See you later. Oh, that's one down. Got another 3 totals to go. Mid tower finally collapses, and that's really good for Snake. This is exactly what they've been gunning for the last 22 minutes.
For WE moving into Rift Rivals, and for Snake showing they can do it.
Oh, hello, SOFM. Looking for this pick. He's going to die for this one. Will he get the Ben kill in return? Well, they'll get the Mystic one for certain, as Flandre and Zatai on his face. Ben unable to get away. And in comes 957. He's pretty much by himself, and Condi is locked out of this fight as the arrow slap bang in the middle of Condi's face, but he's not going to die from this one as Crystal turns around with the death sentence, and Chie was so far away from that play. Coach home. Then who is Chie? Because here's Mystic and 957, the tag team right here, and Flandre never had a chance. He's just one of the generic bad guys.
Yeah.
Oh, great hook coming in from Crystal. Down goes Ben. Great knockup, but there's no one there to capitalize, and Flandre comes in with the TP. Actually, just like the Mr. Saturn of League of Legends.
We're at that 2v2 point as well, where we're watching Crystal and SOFM try and work together, but Flandre spent so much of his time grouped.
Oh, that's just the kick right there into a hook from Crystal onto Mystic. SOFM is actually just going to keep going in. The Lantern was over the wall, so he couldn't take it. Condi almost bites the dust, and it's still one more kill over to Snake.
WE, they've got 957, they've got Chie. This is big.
Oh, big Cataclysm. That's going to be Zon's coming down out from Flandre. Is it enough, though? SOFM confirms the kill on top of the Baron. 957 still in the back of the pit. Ben is locking up the front line. Condi comes into the fight, but he doesn't have the damage to kill anybody just yet. Crystal turns around, connects the hook, but his team wants out of this one. May have to sacrifice his life, but he's actually good.
It'll result in advantages for them once again getting turrets, but they give opportunities.
957 really wants Crystal dead. They may get it. It's going to take some time. And Crystal blows it on top of them. Actually, the redemption keeps him alive for a long time. Condi gets locked up. He jumps away using the league. Meanwhile, SOFM was looking for that flank, but has to back away. And it is, in the end, just that one kill down onto Crystal. Overtime. And especially if Flandre turns the corner and finds Condi here ready to kill him alongside Chie. Misses the petrifying gaze. And we'll probably get this kill here. And we're now at the 38-minute mark, and this is pretty much where we expect him to turn online. And for all the targets for that one to hit, Chie was not where you wanted it if you're
he's straight in.
And that's actually going to be an engage hit by 957. Has to use the kick there to knock him away, prevent the full-on engage. Redemption comes down and actually puts Snake in a very healthy situation. Big Force Pulse comes down. Crystal does not land the hook onto Mystic. He's still alive and good, but takes out Electro Harpoon there, slowing him down. He can't get in range just yet, but he actually turned it around to OQ. Dies mid-air as he comes in for the dash, provided by the Dark Lantern.
Watch the tie. He's always going to be a big threat in these fights, but so far, so good from WE.
Crystal pull onto Ben here, drags him into the tower, still tanking up for them, but should be dropping. Last tower shot finds him. Just be now while Mystic and Shea trying to catch up, but W are now trying to find the engage, and everyone is grouped up for the perfect cataclysm. And this fight, you can only feel is going to go well for WE, but the great equalizer zones them away to tie up to the side, chunking down some of these carries. Ben takes the brunt of that arrow as OQ is now lagging behind Crystal.
Good hook.
Now on the front lines. Connie will have to jump away. SOFM dives all the way in. 957 bound to the back line. And Mystic is unleashed. No one can do anything against him. And this last living artillery not going to catch him up. But the flash comes out. The scrap shield. Dodge. Finds it. And Flandre gets out alive. Everyone but Conti, as he has taken the mastery. 15%. So yeah, so he's got it for one more push. Tower's dropping. Flandre's got the ultimate. When does he drop it? That's good damage coming in for the tie. This might be the time. 957 hasn't taken much damage. Hook doesn't land. And Redemption again. It
completely diffuses everything. Crystal with a bit of an oopsie daisies, makes a couple of mistakes.
You've got to go. Now they go. And now Flandre drops it. 957 is in the backlines, and it's taking a long time to kill him, but they do take him out in the end. The rest of the team didn't follow up.
Are going to win this game if Snake don't get the equalizer and engage off
right now.
There it is.
Flandre has initiated the fight, but the disengage is a little bit too strong. And Mystic has not taken any damage so far. SOFM has to jump away. Ultimate comes down right on top of Zatai's face. OQ has to try and carry it away, but 957 with the gargoyles is just not taking any damage whatsoever. And Mystic is taking down everybody in front of him. It's dinner time for Mystic as he jumps onto the spawn pad. Good guy Ben jumps in there as well so they get some tanking out onto the spawn pad. But it's the Nexus going down. Snake do not want to have to deal with that Cogmore, and it's game one over to WE.
He was grouped a little bit last game. He spent a lot of his time in groups, so the Kled may work, but he's not exactly renowned for his ability to group up with his team. He's more of the gangplank split pusher.
That being said, Flandre's teleport in the early game was exceptional, and that is really what we want to see from Flandre, because honestly, he becomes infinitely better as a player as soon as he fixes his teleport. So if he keeps it up, Flandre could actually be the prodigy he was meant to be. As we get into game two, right into battle on this one. It's Snake versus WE, game two. Let's see if WE can make it the 2-0, because that's what we do expect out of them. Anything less than a 2-0 here is pretty much a loss in the eyes of not only the players but also the fans for WE.
Yeah, and honestly a bit of a failure for WE if they lose this one. They should have lost game number one. And to OMG. I feel like our off-season has made everyone scared, except Snake.
Maybe.
They're obviously not.
Jumps into the mid lane. Petrifying gaze. Hook comes out as well. This might be the full-on fight right here. Or maybe just the disengage. Not going to happen there as Ben finally drops for first blood. Zatai gets him down.
Cannon wave, so it should go unless Condi decides.
Big flay in from Crystal, and this could be a big opening forward, but 957 drops the ultimate on top of all of Snake, and the tower's still alive as well, but 957 drops 4 kills over the Snake. Mystic, the only one to survive. Flandre gonna get Skull back, and that's the ace coming in for Snake. It usually doesn't take that long. Oh, that's a pick onto Condi. It's almost certainly dead. No, he jumps away. Cask, don't know what that was about, but he still dies. Crystal with the damage. SOFM's trolling. Not fighting again in top lane, tries to kill out the minions, but of course he's going to stand there as a tank.
Someone do something!
Arrow comes down, hits Crystal square in the jaw. Everyone backs away. Connie finds the kick onto the side. This could be it though. Ben tries to lock him up. You got Kled in the back lines and Mystic trying to deal with that one. 957, everyone dogpiling on top of him, but he's just not dying whatsoever. Goes down, loses Skull. He's still running around causing havoc. Eventually he dies.
I hope so.
He doesn't ever have mana issues.
Arrow's
going to hit him, but the Fiends and Holy Grail mitigating a lot of damage here, though he is going to get kicked against the wall and die. So it does nothing for him, essentially. But we're charging in. Flandre wants to engage. Shea turns around, misses the ultimate, misses the Q as well. Actually, nothing from W is landed whatsoever, and Conley's about to die by himself. Declared. Ben turning around, Glitchful Fisher lands.
Flandre still got him
refuses to take damage right now. Conley stepping back and forth. Kicks Flandre for no particular reason, but he just jumps back in, jousts right on top of Mystic, lands the bear trap on the rope, and is about to get him with the violent tendencies. Disco Ball comes down, and WE don't feel like dancing. They're about to die. 957 falls. Shea instant flash, and SOFM's on the hunt. Two minions are closing in from the bottom side, flooding into the base.
Gets him back onto that. It'll be completely uncontested and free unless Condi pulls off a miracle. He's going to have to do that in front of OQ's face. And a trap.
He actually just
that was not a miracle at all.
Nope. This really is a series of unfortunate events from WE. They're ready to go on this one. One Nexus
could just be the game.
WE have just... Do you realize that if you lose your Nexus, you lose the game? Ben jumps in, pops your pit, flashes away. 957 jumps onto Zatai, and Ben is about to die himself. SOFM is around the side, and Mystic is kiting away, but he cannot compare with the down from OQ as he lines up the shot. This game could be over quickly, or could be in for another 40-50 minute game. It all depends on how the first 15 minutes go of how the rest of the game plays out by WE, because regardless if they win or lose, the game pace is dictated by them.
And I really want to stress that fact that WE might come into the third game angry. And we have seen angry EDG for a week now, and we know what that can do to you.
Yep.
And so WE losing a game, I'm sure they're not happy about it. It felt like they were just playing casually and calm in game number 2 and 1, even when they won and lost them respectively. But now they're coming off a defeat. There is a very real chance that we see what pissed off WE can look like.
Well, they haven't gone up against Dan yet, so they're the ones who are lighting fires under everybody. But yeah, losing against Snake, probably not going to feel that good as we jump onto the Rift for Game 3. First Dragon's going to be Infernal, so even the Rift wants to ignite something within these teams. So Tai is sitting in this bush. He's going to see Ben. Jumps away with the distortion, quick skill on that one, and Ben will not be able to find the hook. So everyone goes back to their respective places. Meanwhile, Midnight. This is a tie, chasing after Shie. This is going to be quite bad if SOFM gets in behind and lands the Q. So this is a dead man. Ben is stepping up. Hook lands onto the perfect target. Comes in with the double flame, but SOFM is here for the counter gank. He's level 5. Connie jumps in on top of Crystal, but there's no kill just yet. And now it's full retreat coming out from WE. The teleport has been cancelled down. Connie should be dropping into 1-for-1. Mystic turning it around. He has the red stacks ready to go. That's the second one. Kevin surprise will finish him off, but he finds the third. 3 kills and the triple to Mystic. Dragon spawns, and on the clock, it's going to be started. Has been warded out by
WE. Can still look. He's ulting. He's straight in.
It's dying very, very quickly. It's going to be taken by SOFM, but it's now what happens now because everyone's locked in and they have to make this fight happen. OQ's jumped away, but he's locked down as well. He cannot auto-attack anybody while Mystic and Shie on the backlines again, actually not doing that much work. And Mystic gets assassinated by Zatai. Meanwhile, Cockmore's back into this fight. 957 gets locked down by Zatai. 3 kills for 1 so far to Snake as they have the rest of WE on the run. Shie locked in place. The Winter Bite lands. He's taken out the flag and the drag. Puts him in the body bag there from Flandre. 4 kills for 1. And Snake come out massive. We're coming across. SOFM's going in. Of course he is. Crystal tries to defend, and SOFM is well and truly 6 feet under, and so is Crystal for trying to save him. OQ over the wall. Not going to be able to make it happen, and Condi 957 definitely chose the wrong direction. But that one's cut off as well because you have a Talia. Goodbye OQ. Goodbye Zatai. 957 was there, but dodges it out with a flash.
Sure. Obviously not for the amount of gold they have. Snake have now decided they're going to start this Baron off.
Improvement from game 1 because they've actually started it.
Absolutely, but Condi is very much aware of it. And he's here already. This could be a big fight actually over the objective. Snake, I feel like they're using it as bait to fight. Yeah,
Snake do not want to, they really want this choke point actually as Flandre jumps in, gets the Cataclysm, but he dies almost instantly. 957 is still alive though, it's a 4 versus 5. Fantastic kick in from SOFM, Zatai will capitalize, and he's going in onto the backline, but no one else really went in there. Full Lee Syndrome. As Zatai jumps in and actually somehow finds the kill there onto 957. Shie backs away, he's out of mana, Mystic lower mana and health. Well, Ben got to go back to base and catch up with his team, but it's the same place once again in which WE are potentially getting caught out.
They spotted Cogmore walking between the bushes.
957 to be the one who's leading, but with the Q landing onto Shie, 957's going to jump in, but SOFM is tearing up the backlines with Zatai. 1 death so far, 3 in quick succession, make that 4, as only Connie is alive, but scrap that, because he's down as well. And that's the clean ace, Alpha Snake! Minion waves, but
I need to find a pick.
Zatai is actually legendary in this game. He's 8-0-4. Crystal has not taken any damage yet. OQ turning it around, and there's a teleport coming in from Flandre.
Oh,
that could have been massive, but it still forces everyone into the 5-man Cataclysm! OQ untouched in the backlines as Ben is coming in here, and SOFM is a man possessed as he comes in and finds one, but Flandre is onto the backlines, and OQ looking for another on 557. Jumps back into the base and pocket pistols his way back to safety, but Mystic almost died. You don't need to pull the trigger right now, but WE definitely need to. Guardian Angel on 957.
He's got his ult
there is a time to do
looking.
it. He needs to do it now. Misses the joust.
Ooh.
He's going to get dismounted shortly. Flandre jumps in, cancels out the CC. Condi jumps into the mosh pit as well. But OQ getting so much damage down onto Mystic. He's trying to make it happen, but it does not for WE. They're about to lose Xie. They lose 957, who goes down into the Guardian Angel. And Xie, what's he going to do against the onslaught of Snake right now as he trades off against OQ? And Snake, they're actually going to do it. 22 kills on this one. 33 minutes on the clock and 3 games. But they do it. They've taken out WE.
And nobody came into today expecting to see this as an end result. This was the only guaranteed